Alrighty, hey guys, what is going on? My name is Infinite, and today we are, oh shit, I just did that on accident. We are back with a story time. Story time's kind of just a little thing I do every now and again. When I got a story to tell, it's pretty entertaining. It's been a hot minute since I played Call of Duty. I haven't really touched it in the past, I want to say month or so, mainly because I just haven't really enjoyed playing COD. I've enjoyed playing 10,000 other things, and this just wasn't one of the things that I really wanted to play. Plus, I've been going through a few issues in my life right now currently, and it's just not the best time for me to just sit down and be playing a bunch of video games. I need to get up and do things, so like you guys saw in the last video, the uploads will be cut back quite a bit. I do want to talk to you guys about a pretty scary experience that I had a couple weeks back. But yeah, I did want to talk about a pretty terrifying experience that happened to me the last couple weeks. So, as you guys know, I drive a 2001 Tahoe. I was in, not really a wreck or a fender bender or anything like that, but it was still really terrifying because I had no control over what was going on. So, like, I was driving down I-70, or not I-70, but Highway 63, and that's one of the main, like, highways here in Missouri. Like, it takes you a lot of places, so it's like a very highly trafficked area at like 8 o'clock in the morning because everybody from, it's like basically the main connector point in all of the Columbia area that connects you to just about everything. And so, like, the few days beforehand, like, my hood was acting funny. So it was acting like it was like bouncing, and it didn't seem like it was latched all the way. And I thought that I just accidentally, like, there's like a little lever inside the driver's seat, like right underneath the steering wheel, where you could pull it and it would like undo the locking mechanism on the hood. Like, I thought that I had hit that, and I don't think that was the case by any means, because later on did I come to find out, after what happened, you know, it just kind of kept bouncing, and I was very concerned with why it was bouncing. I didn't know why it was doing it. I checked it when I got to work, and I opened the hood and looked at it and looked around it and pushed it back down, and it was still like bouncing, and I could not figure out for the life of me, and I still don't understand why I didn't check the spot that I should have checked. Like, I was driving down the road one morning, and there's a divot on 63 that like bounces, and when it bounces, the whole car kind of like does like this whole like lurch thing. Like, I was driving down the road, shocks bounce and all this other stuff, and it's a pretty hefty bump. It's not like a bump, it's more like a dip in the road. It's like a smooth dip that like gets some momentum down on my hood, like shocks almost perfectly, and I think I hit it just, and it's like pretty absolutely perfect, because all of a sudden I'm driving like 75 miles down this road, and I hear like a really loud noise as if something broke, and I see my hood start to come up while I'm going down the fucking highway. Like, all of a sudden the hood just starts to rise, and as soon as it gets to the point where it can catch wind, it just flies back. And I'm not talking like slowly, no, it flies. It doesn't break the windshield, which was good, because that would have been an even bigger chunk of change, but it flew back. I couldn't go anywhere. Like, it was 8 a.m. traffic. Like, I couldn't get off the road. I could not get over to the side. I was in the left-hand lane. So my only choice was to either stop in the middle of the highway, which I definitely wasn't going to do, and hold up traffic and such, or go into the ditch. I chose option 2. I went to the ditch. I went right into the ditch and spun it. Wow, host migration. It's like the third time I've ever seen that happen inside of an MWR match. So for those that didn't know, I'm talking about like the craziest experience of my life, and this is what happened. So, good old trusty Tahoe actually scared the living shit out of me. I was sitting here, driver's seat, hanging out, having a good time, and then all of a sudden, the hood on this thing decided to literally just fly up. So, like, the hinge broke and everything. The hinge broke off from my thing, so you can see right here where the screws were once attached, they're not anymore, and this whole thing flew up as I was going like 70 miles an hour down the road on the highway, and it just flew up and just, oh my god, it was literally just absolutely terrifying. So that's what happened. I just kind of want to show you guys the aftermath. But this was actually like all the way up here, like literally sitting right here. Didn't crack the windshield or nothing, but definitely scared the living shit out of me. And so like I was saying before, we were rudely interrupted by a host migration. So the hood just like all of a sudden came flying up, and so I went off into the ditch and spun around a few times and ended up facing like oncoming traffic. It was just kind of sitting there, like I was safely in the ditch, but the dude behind me like got out of his vehicle, you know, came and saw me and was like making sure that I was all good and such, because like my worry was that my hood was gonna fly off and hit somebody, and I'm glad that it didn't, because if that was the case, I would have been, you know, liable for whatever else happened with the hood. Like if it flew off and hit the guy behind me, which I'm glad that it didn't, because, you know, that would have put a damper on his day. It would have made me feel even worse, because I might have injured this dude. Like, so luckily the hinges were pretty good, and they stayed pretty stacked and stayed pretty strong through the whole thing. They held on. I kind of got out of the car. I was really pissed off because like I had literally just done a bunch of repairs on my vehicle, and I didn't need another bill to pay on my vehicle. Like I didn't need another $500 bill, which is about what it totaled out to be, to get the hood fixed and get it repainted and everything in between like that. And so like I didn't want that to be the case. So all in all, god damn it, fucking grenades. I got out of the car, you know, I got it towed back to my house, and then I had to have it towed to my buddy's house who can paint it and, you know, do all the work on it for me. Luckily, we have friends like that are pretty good at doing all that stuff, and was able to fix it up for me. The only problem was I didn't know what caused it. So after I got out of the vehicle, you know, and sitting in the ditch, I was looking around, and I'm like, I went to try and close it, and it wouldn't close. And so then I look, and the hood latch is completely gone. Like the latch that locks into the I guess the bolt had rusted completely through, that was holding it into the hood, and it had disappeared. Like it just broke and no longer decided that it wanted to work anymore. Me not being an avid car checker and not checking my vehicle or inspecting it as best to the best of my abilities cost me $500, and it definitely was not fun. And the worst part about it was like when the hood flew up, I couldn't see anything. Like I was going 75 miles an hour down a road where I didn't know what was going on around me. You know, I knew what was going on to like the right or the left of me, but other than that, I had no clue. Like I had no idea where everything was, like where anybody was in front of me, where anyone was behind me. I didn't know if the dude in front of me had, you know, put on his brakes or something like that. But all I did was I slowly put on my brakes and went and got off on the side of the road and just sat there. I had to have my mom come pick me up for work, and that was pretty much all of it. I mean, it was a pretty terrifying experience, if I do say so myself. Like I don't have many times where I have issues with driving, but that one was definitely a time where I wish I would have done a little bit more thorough checking, and it probably would have saved me a little bit of time and a lot of money in a sense. I don't know, one bolt broke, and then the other bolt decided that it didn't want to work anymore, and so I paid the price. Scared the shit out of me. My hood color is no longer the same. It is like a different color maroon than what my Tahoe actually is, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, I don't plan on having the Tahoe forever. I plan on getting a new vehicle before too long, maybe later on in the next couple of years of college, but I am very apt to try and get this house before I get a new vehicle. But really, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about today. I kind of wanted to talk about the story, get my mind off, you know, all the stress that I've been going through the past couple weeks. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to smash the thumbs up button. It helps me out a ton. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, let your life be infinite. I'll talk to you guys later.